Howdy folks, thought I'd try something a little bit different today. Same as crawling around on the floor again for another day. I will attempt one of these back door skins. So I'll give you a quick look at the door before we start. And yeah, hopefully I can get through it. I'm interested to see how long it takes me to do each door skin. So here we go, we'll have a look. So this is the driver's side passenger's door, which you can see has quite a lot of holes and dings and pings in it, but I'll just flip it up quickly. So most of the door is okay until you get up to here, and we're in the shadow there. So once I take the skin off, I'm going to have to do a repair in around this bottom corner. The rest of it doesn't seem too bad, so I'll get into it, try and get this skin off, and then I'll give you a look at the rest of inside the door. Hopefully it's not too bad. There'll be no doubt some rust tucked up in the back of these sections that you can never really get at unless you take the door skin off. So I've just set my skin on there and marked these lines up. Where am I? This line here is where the new door skin goes to. Same on the other side. So now I'll take the grinder and lightly grind all the way along this edge and see if I can split that lip off. And yeah, get the skin out of the way and we'll have a look. And here we go. It's about 10 minutes or so to separate them. Grinding around this edge, you just split it all off. So basically it takes the fold out of it. And then there were a couple of little spot welds which were on both sides, which would have been locators when they put the panel in place. So you can see this is our main area that I have to repair, all down here where it's rusted out and full of filler. Obviously it's rusty all the way around the edges, over on that edge as well. So I'll run along there with the wire brush, see how much of it will clean up, how much of it is usable. There's a little bits I can see sitting there. There's going to be some pitting on that surface, obviously, which is where this hole was, so I'm going to have to replace a piece over there as well. So alright, so I need to get into this frame, fix that up, and then I can worry about getting the panel on. Oh, I did notice that on the replacement panel, when you get these things, down in here where the little rear quarter window goes, there's 3 tabs which join on, and there's this recess just here. On the original panel we can have a look. If this may not have been the original panel, you can see that recess actually looks like this one's been hammered in. That is not there. If we move over here to the replacement panel and have a look along there, got the holes for the trim line, and then smooth all the way through. So at some point here somewhere I need to try and work that recess in. It's actually where the divider comes down, where the window frame rather comes down for the quarter window on that back section. So yeah, it needs that, and I'll probably have to, well, as you can see, one of these has already just fallen off there. It's meant to be on there and attaches back to that other skin, so I'll probably have to replace them as well. Alright. Alrighty, so here we go. I've gotten into it and had a bit of a clean up. So you can see up along here there's a little bit of surface rust there to convert, but once we get down to here, this corner, when you take them apart, you're still left with this little lip. Okay, this little lip which goes on the other side. It's not sitting up there. So you then need to work your way around. That'll have a few little spot welds in it, and unpick that lip. As you can see, that's pretty rusty. So of course there was rust on the other side as well. I've started cleaning that up, but I've got a little bit more to do on that, so get rid of that. So comes down here. So that whole corner is going to need replacing. We come across here, and there's a few pinholes here. So this lip is actually all right on the inside, it's just this outer lip. Then we can get up here again. I don't know if you can see, sort of penciled a bit of line in there where I thought I might cut it, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm going to have to look at that a little bit more. But essentially, I'll get back on the angle, this whole edge is just knackered. So right through here, right up to about here. When we get up to here, it starts to come good again, and across into the top. So this is all sort of just very fine surface rust left on there now, so that'll all clean up. I'll neutralize that. But yeah, once we get down into here, this is so heavily pitted. If I put that back in like that, it's just going to come back to bite us in the ass. So as much as I really don't want to do it, I'm going to have to rebuild all of this molded edge all the way down here, and this section up into here to that line. So what I was hoping would be a nice little job for today on the bench has probably now turned into a few days to get all that done. But during that time, we've had a parcel arrive. Let me just take you out to a bit wider angle. There we go. So, unboxing. It's pretty heavily taped up, so I might even open it up and then get back to you. Alrighty, we're in. We've got a metre of cardboard wrapped around it, so here we go. Ooh, goodies. So this is my cam. What else we got here? That's the rear main seal. New solid cam for the Hemi and my hardtop. Springs, lifters. What else is in here? Some lube. As I said, they're the lifters. I've taped everything up well. That's the oil pump gear. I can see that. Well, we can because it's just popped open. Yep, so that's the new 15 tooth oil pump gear to match the cam. These are the dual row springs, and that bad boy is a solid custom grind cam. It's actually a Morabito grind. If you follow any of the Hemi pages, you probably know Chris Morabito from Victoria. He plays around with all of this stuff. They weren't shy with the tape, that's for sure. And it's always awkward to do this sort of stuff one-handed. Going in. Felt like we're in. There we go. Snazzy. Dual springs. I'll pop that out one-handed or not? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see the inner springs there. Can't quite get it out. But so yeah, I still have to get the head off to the machine shop. I was hoping to do that, but I've been too preoccupied with other stuff, so take my head over now, finish getting that machined. I've ported it all, so it's just a matter of having it planed, and then new valve guides put in it, and some hardened exhaust seats, and I can start putting all this together. Alrighty, thanks guys. Alright, so sorry about that. This is the next stage. So I've made up paper template for this section. Obviously that one will go on there, and this section will go up here. Sorry, camera case keeps getting in the way. Yeah, so obviously that's just the basic shape, and then I need to put all of those shapes in. So I'll cut those a bit oversized so as I can work with them, but at least it gives me hopefully the outer edge. As long as I can sort of get this radius here correct, then I can work all of this shape into it, the piece, and then I'll lay it back over the top of this, and I'll keep working on this piece before I just go cutting this piece out. I'm going to try and make it sit down on top of this, so as it all fits up nicely and I know that it's in exactly the right place. If I go cutting that off and trying to make it and then fit it back in there, I'll have no datum point to work to. So I shall cut that piece out, start shaping it, and see if I can get it to all sit down on that. And when I've done that, I'll give you another look. Okay, here we go. So this piece in here, and this piece right up through here. So this was a bit of a struggle. I made it all in one piece, and then I ended up cutting it into 3 pieces to put it in. It's welded in here, and then across, and then up along this line here, then back in across this line here, and then out here. And if I turn it over, I haven't cleaned up this side yet. You can probably, there you go, you can see it all there. I'll have to come back along here and get that hinge out of the way and clean up this side. Then yeah, finish cleaning inside it, paint it, and then I can fit the skin up. Alright. Okay, so it's the end of the day. I've just hung the door again just to check that we're pretty close and nothing's moved too much or too far out here or there. It seems to be okay. Once I take those hinges off, I need to push the bottom in a little more. Yes, it definitely needs to go in there. I took the paint off that quarter last night, so that's all ready to do a little bit more dressing on before I seal it all back up. But as you can see, she's all basically rust free, with the exception of these couple of little bing bings in here where the chrome strip was. Yeah, I'll show you down here. I don't know if I can get around there. You can see that this is slightly proud all the way along, and I know that the seal and this section are correct because I didn't remove any of that. As you can see there, I left that little piece there and I seamed it along here instead of taking that off. And I did that for that reason, so I knew that the seal would be going back into the original spot. So this is really just a matter of undoing these 2 screws up in behind this hinge. I don't know if you can see them, and pushing the door in a little bit further. But yeah, so tomorrow hopefully I can get I'll get back in here with the wire brush while it's hung up, and it's nice to work on in that position there. I can get all in along here, and then I'll get some neutralizer or rust converter. I'll convert it all and then I'll paint it, and then we can start the next battle of trying to make the skin fit, which at the moment it's sort of a little bit big, but once I start fiddling with it, I'll know more. Okay, thanks for watching.